Hey, what's up, y'all? Welcome back into Movement Parallels Life. I'm Kellen Mylad, and today we are wrapping up the Floor Flow series with an integrated practice. So we're going to take elements from the last 5 videos and bring them together into one flow session for a fun and effective workout. So over the last 5 videos, we've been laying a strong foundation. So if you've gone through the series, you're going to be familiar with all of the movements that we're going to work through today. And you're also going to have the ability to improvise, add your own flair, explore outside the box, and really make this practice your own. And if you haven't checked out the rest of the series, I want to encourage you to stick around. We're going to keep a good pace, so follow along as best you can. You can always go back to the previous videos, and when you return to this practice, everything's going to make a lot more sense. And of course, I want to make sure that you know about my free 10-day course, Ground Movement 101, which is going to be the perfect introduction to all of these ground-based movements. So if you're starting from scratch, if you're starting from the ground floor, I definitely want you to check out my free course. The link is in the description. We're just about ready to jump in on the practice today. We're going to start off with a quick warm-up, and then we're going to go through this movement series for 3 rounds. The first round is going to be more of a walkthrough. Rounds 2 and 3 are going to be a shorter interval, quicker transitions, giving the opportunity to flow through the movements. As you move, remember to breathe, listen to your body, work with the variations of the movements that are right for you, and have fun. Remember, your movements don't have to look exactly like my movements. As you're moving, I want you to focus on your breathing and listening to your body. Make the modifications that you need to make. Play, explore the patterns as much as you feel comfortable with. And above all else, just have fun. So let's get started with our quick warm-up. We're going to begin on hands and knees, starting off with some simple rocking, forward and backward. Make sure that your hands are pressing actively into the floor, fingers spread, arms locked out with your elbow pits rotated forward. If you want to open up your movement into circles, and place your fingers out to the side walls, wrists close together, rock from side to side. Flip your hands over. Again, easy rocking from side to side. Come back to center, close, and open your hands. Flip your palms back over. Press your knuckles down and lift your palms. And then one more, our open palm stretch. Sit back to a kneeling position. Turn your palms to face forward. Hug your elbows in so your fingertips are on the floor. Bend your elbows down towards your thighs. Good. Work out your hands. Roll your wrists. And then come back to hands and knees. Round your spine and arch. Exhale and round. Inhale and arch. Stabilize. Place one hand behind your head. We'll do 5 thoracic rotations. And tuck and rotate open. Last one. and switch sides. And relax. Come to a kneeling position next. Sit up real tall. Then rotate through your shoulders, plant your same side arm. Take your other arm to reach across your body. And we'll switch from side to side. Come back to center. Interlace your hands behind your back. Reach your arms down, stretching, opening your chest and shoulders. One more time, bow forward. And relax, take your hands apart, roll your shoulders. Set your fingertips out ahead of your knees, tuck your toes, and rock back and forth. Knees up, take your hands off the floor, coming into your deep knee bend. An easy little bounce here. Maybe some shifting forward and back. And then expanding that movement, taking your knees down to kiss the floor and rock back. Last one, touch down, rock back. Elevate your hips, forward fold. And walking your feet apart, sinking down into a deep squat. Elevate. Pull down and squat. Do that one more time. And then one more, walk your hands out, come into a plank position, and lowering your hips to the floor with spinal extension. Lower down and press up, leading this movement with the strength of your back, supporting with the press of the arms, and working within your range of motion. Sit back, shoulder stretch. Start to make your way up to a kneeling position. Just take a few moments to breathe. Check in with your body, see where you're at. All right, we're all warmed up. If you're feeling good, ready to go, let's jump in on round one of our flow series. We've got 8 different movement patterns to explore, and for this first round, we're going through with 60-second intervals. We're going to begin with our side sit roll. Let's begin. To start off in your side sit position, lower down to the forearm, easy roll across your back, rise up onto the other hip, side sit position. Swivel your hips over to the other side. Maybe groove that just a few circles. And then switch direction. Excellent. Now if you want to start to layer in the transition, pressing into the deep squat. Got about 15 more seconds. Last 5 seconds, and we're going to meet in the deep squat position. Rise up. We're in our squat now, and begin stepping around your space. Planting a hand, stepping with the opposite foot. We can also add in creeping. Reach out to the side, plant, and push into the ground. Last 10 seconds here. Keep breathing, keep moving. Pause for a moment in the squat. Next, we're going through hip rolls. Start and end in your squat. Some version of your squat, whether it's a split squat or square stance. And maybe see if you can start changing the angles on these rolls. We got 15 more seconds here. Next up, we've got crawling. Make your way into a foot hand crawl. Take some time to get situated. Hold the position with strength, but relax enough to breathe. And just begin exploring your space, keeping the knees low, spine long. Stepping with your opposite hand and foot. So you can keep crawling around the small space. Mixing it up, changing direction, changing your orientation. Last few seconds, come back to center. Next, we're going through our pass under transition. Opposite hand foot balance, rotate. The free leg is always passing underneath your body. You may start to add in little crawling steps. About 10 more seconds. And next we're going to meet in this inverted crawl position. Transition to inverted. Next minute we're going to spend crawling here. Again, same idea. Keep your arms locked out, actively pushing the floor away. Stepping with your opposite hand and foot. 10 more seconds. Start to head over to the edge of your mat, over to one side. Next, we've got backwards rolls. Make your transition out of the roll. Find a way to set back up for the next roll, whatever works for you. Ten more seconds. And we're going to complete the series with our rock up. Into a sprawl. You can work with any variation of the rock up that's going to suit you, any version of the sprawl. That's time. Round one is complete. Good work. Take some time to rest and reset.
So after that first pass through the series, we take this minute to reset and flow through some easy movements. Stretch your back, mobilize your hips, or explore any movements that feel good for your body. Round one was our opportunity to get acclimated with the movements and find the variations that we want to work with today. Coming up in rounds 2 and 3, we're going to put more focus on developing the quality of flow, getting out of our head and allowing our body to take the lead and express these movements naturally. Know that this process of creating your flow is going to be messy at times, but it doesn't need to be perfect or meet any specific standards. The movements themselves are incredibly nourishing to the body, and the practice is also promoting positive mental and emotional health by keeping you aware, grounded, and present in the moment.
All right, now that you're reacquainted with those movements, we're going to go through rounds 2 and 3 consecutively with 35-second intervals. I'll call out the transitions. You just focus on flowing through the movements and following what feels best for you. Here we go. Let's get started. Back in the side sit position and begin. Last few seconds. Meet in the squat. Squat walking and creeping. Transition to hip rolls. 10 seconds. Last roll. Make your way to a foot hand crawl. Center yourself. Transition to pass unders. Last few seconds. Pause in your inverted crawl and move around your space. Make your way off to one side, backwards rolls. Onto your back, rock up and sprawl. Quick pause. Back to side sit, round 3. Here we go. Maybe your heart rate's up a little bit after the rock up and sprawl. Slow down a little bit here. Get connected to your breathing. Keep your flow smooth. Squat position, walk and creep. Hip rolls. Transition into crawling. Stay low and long. Make your way back to center. Pass under transitions. One more time to inverted and crawl. Transition to backwards rolls. Finish our third round with rock ups and sprawls. Last time, and rest. Take a few moments to recover and reset, coming back to some easy movements and intentional breathing. You can work with some of those same patterns. We're just slowing down slightly. One of my favorite parts about this practice is that these movements are your tools. That you can be fast and dynamic. They can be cardio and conditioning. Or you can slow down, make the focus softer, put it on mobility and mindfulness. All right, y'all, our practice is complete and the Floor Flow series is complete. We've taken a deep dive on these different ground-based movement elements, and this was an example of how to take some of those variations, bring them together into an integrated practice that flows for a fun and effective workout. Now, for me, these practices are an amazing complement to more traditional forms of strength and conditioning. So people ask me all the time, is this type of stuff all that you do? No, it's not. I love to lift weights. I love to run and ride my bike and explore all different kinds of movements. But for me, this is super accessible. It's super fun. And it fills in some of the gaps that are left behind by more traditional strength and conditioning work. So I really feel like no matter who you are, you can scale this practice to your level and modify it to your sport, your favorite activity, or whatever your goals are. I'm just happy to come in here and share with you these movements that I love and have brought so much value to my life. And I hope you have a better sense after this series. I hope you have a better sense of how to explore, how to put these pieces together in a way that may feel a little awkward at first, but hopefully now you start to get the bigger picture and you feel a little bit more comfortable, because I know the more you practice, the better this gets. And it doesn't have to look a certain way, but the longer you work with these movement patterns, the more they become your own. So take whatever felt good for you, whatever's interesting to you, and build on it. You don't have to do all the things all the time, but just let the practice grow organically. Let your flow come together as it will. So that's it for me. Thank you so much for coming through to move with me. If you enjoyed the video, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and share this with a friend who loves to move. I'll be back before too long with more movement goodness. In the meantime, take good care of yourself and keep on flowing. I'll see you in the next practice.